Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Now, right now, it's pretty late at night. It's actually 11 p.m. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is 11 o'clock in the evening. I don't think I've ever filmed a video this late. This is definitely a record for me. So basically, I decided that I would show you how to take a makeup look that you've been wearing all day, like this one right over here. I've been wearing this since I think like 9 o'clock this morning. I had like meetings today, and I also had to film 2 other videos, so I definitely have like a full face of glam on right now, but it's not looking totally fresh, and I thought it would be cool to show you guys how to like take a look that you've been wearing all day and just spruce it up for the nighttime, like how I make a daytime look a little bit more nighttime appropriate. And I'm also going to be showing you guys how to spruce up your hair. If your hair is anything like mine, my hair gets really flat by the end of the day because it is so fine. So I'm going to show you what I like to do just to sort of, you know, make it look a little bit sexier. So I'm going to show you basically how to get from this to this. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video and do find it helpful. Let me know what your favorite way is to like spruce your look up for the nighttime. I would love to know. Of course, give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So we're first going to start off with the hair because I sort of want to let it set while I'm doing my makeup. So this video is also in collaboration with T3. They very generously sent me their volumizing hot roller set, which looks like this. So basically it comes with all of these rollers over here, and they heat up on this little base, and then you just grab them, pop them in your hair, and you're good to go. I do really like these because they are very, very easy to use. The sides of them are nice and cool, so you don't have to worry about like burning your hands or anything while actually applying them in your hair. And my favorite thing about the rollers is the velvet that's sort of wrapped around it, because it just really smooths out my hair and it doesn't pull on it, especially considering my hair is very blonde and very damaged. Like, I am very careful when it comes to heat products, and this is very, very gentle on my hair, and I do really like it. It comes with 2 sizes. There's like a smaller size and a bigger size. So I first like to take the section down the center of my head. So I've sort of been playing around with these a bit, and I find that the best way for me to get the best result is I take the roller, I place it in the middle of my hair. I'll then roll the ends of my hair around the roller, and then roll the rest of my hair just like that. You guys know I'm really not a hair person. Like, I am not good at doing hair whatsoever. I'm just really not. So it's a miracle if I could get anything to work, and this works pretty well. Now I'm looking really great. So I'm going to take another section, the back of my head, take another one of the big rollers, and just do the exact same thing. And the big rollers are really going to give you a lot of volume, but not a lot of curl, which is what I want. And then I like to take the other big rollers and put them on the sides as well. So I just do the exact same thing. Really, really quick and really easy. And now I'm just going to take the smaller rollers and just roll them in to the rest of my hair, just so that all of my hair is basically filled with rollers. So while these rollers cool down and set, it should take about 10-15 minutes. It gives us the perfect amount of time to finish off and like freshen up our makeup. So this is what my makeup looks like right now. It actually held up quite nicely throughout the day. Like I said, I've been wearing this for probably about 14 hours up until this point. My foundation is looking a little bit questionable in like my smile line. So what I like to do is I like to take a sponge, and I'll just like sort of press the sponge into where I feel like the foundation has built up a little bit, just to sort of soak up any excess foundation and to smooth that out. And then if you want, you could just apply a little bit more foundation if you feel like it rubbed off anywhere. And for me, I do feel like it rubbed off a little bit around like my nose area. So I'm just going to reapply just a little bit of it, just so that I could look a little bit more fresh. And then I will blend that out as well with my beauty blender. My skin is very, very dry, but if you do have oily skin, then I would recommend blotting your face with some oil blotting sheets, just to get rid of any excess oil, and then maybe touch up with powder. But for me personally, I don't really use powder, and honestly, the little bit of oil that I have on my skin, like the smallest amount, is perfect. I welcome it with open arms, so I'm not going to touch it or blot it away or powder. So sometimes at the end of the day, our under eyes may look a little bit darker than we want them to, because maybe mascara sort of smudged throughout the day or some eyeshadow fell. So honestly, what I would suggest is really just to remove it and to reapply concealer. I don't think it's a great idea to apply concealer over eyeshadow that's fallen or like mascara flakes, because it very possibly could create like a gray cast underneath the eyes, and that's just not what you want. So instead, instead, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and I'm just gonna wipe off the concealer that I do have under there. It's like the only thing that I basically think is worth reapplying. So I'm just gonna take my Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer and I'm just going to dot this underneath my eyes. I feel like by completely reapplying the concealer really just freshens up the whole entire look. I feel like it just gives your makeup a whole new life almost, and I really think it makes the biggest difference. So now it's time to sort of like revamp the eye makeup. So as you guys can see, I have a very sharp wing on right now, and to make it a little bit more nighttime appropriate and a little bit sexier and maybe a little bit more smoldering, I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. This is Corrupt for Makeup Geek. I like to take something like a pencil brush and I'll grab a little bit of eyeshadow and then I'll run it along the edges of the wing, and this is going to give it a little bit of like a smokier look. And then I'll even bring it a little bit more towards the inner corner. And you could immediately see the difference from this eye to this eye. I also usually like to apply a little bit of a deeper color into the crease. So I'm going to go into this shade from Anastasia called Deep Plum. And I'm going to use that on a Morphe 514. And I'm just going to apply this into the crease just to deepen that up a little bit. And I'm also going to bring it a little bit more towards the inner corner of my eye. You can see for my daytime look, I really concentrated most of it on the outer corner. And this was to really keep my eyes looking nice and open and bright. But now I don't want it to look really bright. I want it to look a little bit smokier. So I'm bringing it all the way to the inner corner. So I'm sort of just smoking that eyeshadow out. The less product that I have on my brush, the farther out I'm sort of going with it to blend it out nicely. Like, look at that difference between this eye and this eye, and that's just by adding one extra eyeshadow. Now I'm also going to smoke out my lower lash line a bit more, so I'm going to take the same Deep Plum color and just put that against my whole entire lash line. You don't have to do this if you don't want your look to be too smoky. You could sort of stop it at the upper lid, but I really feel like this just sort of completes the look, so I do really like to do this. This is a great look if you're like going to a club or going to a bar. Honestly, I like never ever go out to clubs and bars, but I mean, if I did, this would be something that I would wear. After this video, I'm literally taking off all this makeup and going to bed, which I find like to be hilarious. So I'm taking my pencil brush and I'm also going into my crease with the same Deep Plum shade just to deepen it up. It's making the color a little bit more concentrated, and this is just going to add a little bit more definition to the look, and you could see how much you could change up a look with literally just one eyeshadow. So now to add a touch of glam to this eye look, you do not have to do this, but I think it's fun and I think it's a great way to sort of elevate your look. I'm taking my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. This is just a gold glitter. The reason why I like this product specifically is because it is so easy to use and to apply. It gives a really beautiful glitter effect, but without the mess of actually applying glitter. It's not going to give you a ton of fallout. You don't need to go and search for a primer. You could literally just throw this in your bag and then pop this on your lid at the end of the day, and it completely will transform your look. So I'm just going to build this up onto my lid, and this is really what is going to just, you know, totally bring the look to a whole nother level. You can also apply a little bit on the inner corner of your eye to add a little bit of sparkle there. This is a really great way to like really open up your eyes, especially if you're doing a very smoky look. So the last step for the eyes is to take some dark eyeliner. This is my Makeup Forever eyeliner in the shade D12. It's basically just like a dark charcoal shade, but you can use a dark brown, a black, but I really do feel like putting a dark color in the waterline will instantly take a look from day to night. So I'm just going to apply this directly in my waterline, so I just wiggle it in between my lashes as well. And now I'm just taking some mascara and I'm just sort of like topping up my lashes because I feel like some eyeshadow fell on them and they're not quite as black as I want them to be. All right, so now that the eyes are definitely more nighttime appropriate, now to sort of vamp up the face. So I think a really great product to sort of vamp up your makeup at the end of the day is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. And it's really nice and small, so this is wonderful just to sort of throw in your purse and throw on at the end of the day if you want to sort of boost up your bronzer and highlighter. So I'm going to take a Smith 112 brush, I'm going to go into Chisel, and I'm just going to use this to reapply my bronzer, and you could see what big of a difference this makes because my bronzer definitely faded quite a bit since applying it this morning. And now, of course, I'm going to reapply my highlighter. So I'm going to just mix these two highlighter shades together. They're Gleam and Burst. And I'm just going to reapply. And you could also reapply your blush if you feel like it's necessary. So as for the lip, I mean, right now I'm not wearing anything, but during the day I was wearing like sort of a baby pink nude, but I sort of want to still stay in the nude family. So I'm just going to take something that is a nude, but it's a little bit deeper. This is Kat Von D Bow and Arrow, and I think it really complements the eyes nicely. So I'm just going to apply this to my lips. Another really great way to freshen up your makeup is to take a setting spray and just sort of drench yourself in it. It's just going to feel really nice and refreshing. It also helps if your makeup is looking a little bit cakey. It will sort of calm that down a bit. I love using MAC Fix Plus, so I'm just going to spritz this all over my face. So now that my makeup's done, my hair has definitely had time to set. So I'm going to start to take the rollers out. I'm going to start from the top because that's where I started. So now I'm just going to go ahead and like flip my hair because I look a little bit crazy right now. So here is what the hair looks like as soon as you take out the roller. So you can see it gave my hair a ton of volume, but it didn't curl it. It sort of just gave it a little bit of like a va-va-voom effect. So now I'm going to take my Oribe dry texturizing spray. I'm going to flip my hair over, spray this in my hair, and this is really going to lock the style in place and even give it more texture. Be right back. There you go. So I don't know about you guys, but in 15 minutes, it really feels like I just became a completely new person. So that is it for the finished hair and makeup look. I love that you can just get such a totally different look in such a short amount of time, especially just building off of what you already have on. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and did find it helpful. Again, don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments, and of course, let me know what your favorite like wig is to spruce up your makeup look for a night out, because I would really love to know. Of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And that's basically it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.